I looked for the truth. Found it. Didn't like it. Wish the hell I could forget it.
Sometimes the villain isn't the guy in black armor. Sometimes it's the one holding the controller. Today, we're counting down 8 video game heroes. I wanted to say characters, but no. These are heroes who slowly or suddenly revealed that they were the real villains all along. Number 1. Walker from Spec Ops: The Line.
We were helping.
What? Oh no.
At first, Captain Martin Walker looks like every other military protagonist. He's sent into Dubai on a rescue mission. Sandstorms, collapsed skyscrapers, missing soldiers, standard heroic setup. But what makes Spec Ops: The Line devastating is that the game never truly gives you a choice to be good. It lets you believe you're doing the right thing. Walker's descent isn't immediate, it's gradual. He starts rationalizing violence. He escalates conflicts. He uses white phosphorus in a moment that defines the entire narrative. A weapon so destructive it crosses moral boundaries instantly. And when the smoke clears, civilians are dead. What makes this twist powerful isn't that Walker becomes evil, it's that he believes he's the hero the entire game. The entire time, yeah. He constantly tells himself that, yeah, he's saving people, that he's finishing the mission, that he's correcting someone else's mistake. But the deeper you go, the clearer it becomes. Walker is not rescuing Dubai, he's destroying it to satisfy his own need to feel important. The final act reveals that much of what he thought was real was a psychological fracture, guilt manifesting as delusion. Walker doesn't fall because of corruption, he falls because of ego, and by the end, you're forced to ask a terrifying question. Were you the hero? Or were you complicit the entire time? Number 2, Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid series. Big Boss begins as a legend, a soldier's soldier. A mentor, a patriot betrayed by his government. In Metal Gear Solid 3, he is sympathetic, loyal, and tragic. But over time, through the larger Metal Gear timeline, that legend fractures. Big Boss doesn't just want freedom for soldiers, he wants a world defined by endless war. He builds private military nations, manipulates young soldiers, creates conflict zones to ensure that warriors always have a battlefield. To him, this isn't evil, it's liberation. He believes soldiers deserve purpose, identity, autonomy outside governments. But what he truly builds is a self-sustaining war machine. He becomes what he once fought against, a manipulator of global instability. The brilliance of Big Boss is that he never sees himself as a villain. He sees himself as evolution, a necessary correction to a broken world. But when your ideology requires perpetual conflict to survive, you are no longer the hero. You are the architect of suffering, man. Number 3, Handsome Jack, my favorite one, from Borderlands.
Hey, you're right on time. Key's nearly ready. But before I cleanse this planet for good, I'm gonna avenge my daughter.
Handsome Jack is fascinating because he never hides that he's ruthless. No, he's honest. What he hides is that he believes he's right. In Borderlands 2, Jack positions himself as the savior of Pandora. He claims he wants to bring order to chaos, civilization to a lawless wasteland. And if you look closely, some of what he says makes sense. Pandora is violent, lawless, and brutal. Jack thinks the situation is under his control, absolute control. In Borderlands, the pre-sequel, we see how he starts as ambitious, charismatic, almost heroic, but trauma, betrayal, and ego twist him. He begins justifying cruelty as necessity. Executing enemies becomes cleaning up the planet. Oppression becomes saving the innocent. The key difference between Jack and a traditional villain? He laughs, he jokes, he mocks you. But deep down, he genuinely believes you are the bad guy for resisting him. Handsome Jack isn't evil for fun. He's evil because he thinks he's the only competent person in the room. And that kind of villain is the most dangerous kind. Number 4. Alex Mercer from Prototype 2. In Prototype, Alex Mercer wakes up with no memory and incredible powers. He hunts conspiracies, fights soldiers, battles infected monstrosities, so to speak. He feels like a dark anti-hero, violent, yes, but targeted. But there's a disturbing detail. Alex isn't trying to cure the infection, he is the infection. By the time Prototype 2 begins, Mercer has fully embraced that truth. He becomes the main antagonist. He spreads the virus deliberately. He decides humanity is flawed, weak, and unworthy. The shift is brutal because we controlled him. We justified his destruction. And then the sequel asks us to face it. You weren't playing a misunderstood hero. You were playing an evolving apex predator. Mercer doesn't fall from grace. He evolves beyond morality entirely. Number 5, yeah. I thought it is 4, but yeah. It's 5. Haytham Kenway. Assassin's Creed 3.
Where are you, Charles?
Gone.
The opening hours of Assassin's Creed 3 are genius. You play as Haytham Kenway. He's composed, intelligent, calculated. He assembles allies, eliminates threats, speaks about order and stability. He feels like a classic assassin protagonist. And then the twist hits. He's a Templar. The ideological enemy of the assassins. What the hell is happening right now? I do not know. The game tricks you into bonding with him before revealing the truth. But here's the deeper layer. Haytham isn't cartoonishly evil. He genuinely believes humanity needs structure, control, and guidance. He sees freedom as chaos. In his mind, the assassins are irresponsible idealists. The brilliance of Haytham is that he forces you to question whether the villain label even fits. Because from his perspective, he is saving civilization from itself. Number 6. The boss from Saints Row IV.
If I'm still breathing, I'm standing right back up. And you know what? You can hit as hard as you want, because when I hit back, I'm gonna lay your ass out, bitch!
The boss starts as a gang leader. Chaotic, self-aware, over the top. By Saints Row IV, they are President of the United States with superpowers. Yes, you're fighting aliens. Yes, you're saving Earth, but let's not ignore something. You are also a narcissistic dictator with absolute power. The boss makes decisions unilaterally, destroys cities casually, treats governance like a playground. The game plays it for comedy, but beneath that humor is a frightening reality. Power didn't corrupt the boss. They were always comfortable with domination. The only difference now? They have the scale to act on it globally. They have the scale to act on it globally. That's the danger. Number 7. Shadow the Hedgehog. From the game Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow is built on ambiguity. He has amnesia, a tragic past, conflicting allegiances. In his standalone game, your choices determine his path. Hero, anti-hero, or full villain. What makes Shadow unique on this list is that the villain arc is optional, but entirely plausible. He can side with alien conquerors. He can attempt global destruction. He can reject humanity. Shadow represents a character teetering constantly between redemption and annihilation. And the unsettling part? Both outcomes feel justified, because trauma, when unresolved, can turn even a hero into catastrophe. But number 8, yeah, this one hurts, but we have to confront the truth. Joel Miller, The Last of Us.
She fought like hell to get here. Maybe it was meant to be.
Joel may be the most debated entry on this list. Throughout The Last of Us, he is protective, loving, hardened by loss. He escorts Ellie across a broken America. You bond with him, you understand him, and then comes the hospital. The Fireflies may have discovered a cure, but it requires Ellie's life. Joel doesn't hesitate. He kills everyone in his way. Doctors, soldiers, leaders. He lies to Ellie afterward. Was it selfish? Yes. Was it human? Absolutely. Joel is a hero to Ellie, but to the rest of humanity, he may have doomed them all. And that's what makes this twist unforgettable, because sometimes the villain isn't cruel, sometimes the villain is just a man who couldn't let go. Last time we talked about what? Yeah, villains we secretly love, which I noticed that you really love this kind of, villain things. The villains we secretly love. But this time part 2. Now we've seen heroes who became the monsters. If you haven't watched that previous video, go check it out next. And don't forget to subscribe to Susha Prime, the first pioneer that actually dedicated his channel to video game characters psychology, exactly like that. So subscribe to Susha Prime and you won't miss anything original he publishes next. Thank you for staying with me through the end of the video. And take care. Farewell.